Guess I've been pretty lucky with this electric fencing stuff. When we first moved here and we got the donkeys, we wanted to keep them in with some electric fencing. We got the poly wire from Premier One along with the Energizer, the Solar Stop 80. It puts out about 0.8 joules. We set it up around the pig area and around the trees. I can't remember how many feet it was. Just a single wire, single strand. And they hit it once, they hit it twice, and so far it's worked. Occasionally we'll check it with the meter and make sure that we got enough juice coming through it. Didn't have any problems with the donkeys. When we got the goats, we got this poultry netting with the same Energizer, a different one, but the same one, the Solar Stop 80, and haven't had any issues. Nothing's come in, nothing's come out. They've hit it, we've hit it. Everything seems to be working all right. And so now I've started this project of getting these paddocks set up, and I got the wire all strung out, and I was tempted, really tempted, to just let the goats out and see what they did. You read online, hey, they got to be trained to the fence. They got to know that, you know, it's a psychological barrier. They see the visual, they know to stay away. I was just ready to send it, see what happens, but something was gnawing at me that I need to test it out, and I'm glad I did. What I did was I set up a small area off a corner. Here's one T-post that had one side of the fence, and then that other T-post over there. I set up the same wire system as we're going to be running, the 3-strand. I got 8 inches, 18 inches, and 30 inches. Set that up here with a fiberglass rod in the middle for visual to make sure that they see what they're going to see when they get out here when we let them go. And it didn't work too well. As I was setting it up, they were gnawing on the wire, they were gnawing on the insulators, they were just being goats. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, you guys are going to regret it. You guys are going to regret it. I'm going to turn this on, you're going to get shocked. I got set up, turned it on, watched them, see what they did. They were curious about it. One of them got close enough, I heard the snap. And didn't really react like it hurt that much. So I thought, oh, that's kind of weird. What's going on? So I got the meter and I went to one of the T-posts where the wires were set up, and I just bent over the top of the fence, not really thinking. Bent over the top of the fence to test the wire, and I got hit. But it was more of a tickle than a hit. I was fine on my voltage. I was reading 8,000 all the way across on all 3 strands. There was enough juice going through it, enough voltage going through it, but it just wasn't hitting hard enough. And the icing on the cake was our buck decided to just plow right through it. I think it was the bottom and middle strand. He went between it and scraped on his back, scraped on his chest. Should have been hit. I was waiting for him to be hit. Never got hit, or at least it didn't phase him. So it's apparent that we still have a lot of learning to do. Learning how the system works, how it's supposed to work. Every time we test it, we got the numbers. Obviously, when it dries out, we see the numbers start plummeting, and we just attribute that to the dry ground. We have sandy soil here. I wouldn't necessarily say soil, but we have sandy ground here. It dries out, becomes concrete, and so we've been pretty dry here for recently. Looking online, appears to be possibly a grounding issue. I don't know. The only ground that I did use was the one that came in the kit. It's an 18-inch rod, and it seemed to be working all right. But apparently what we're asking it to do, it's not working well enough. We've said it before, we'll say it again, we have no idea what we're doing. And it's lessons like this that we get humbled and we go back to the drawing board. The next thing to do for us is mess around with the ground stuff, the ground system, and see if that does anything. Today we picked up these 5/8 inch grounding rods. Right now they're 3 feet in, they're 6 feet long. 3 feet are in the ground right now. I'll end up putting these in a little bit further. But I got 10 feet spacing in between. We got one there, and one over there. I'm going to tie all these together with cable, link them all together, hook them up to the ground, and see what that does. We'll try the test again. I'll set up the wire, and I'll see if it works and if it deters them from getting out. But after that, I don't really know what the next step would be. The paddock's not very big. I think overall it's something like 600 feet. It's a triangle, 600 feet for all sides. So 3 wires, 1,800 feet, so I'm not asking it to do much, so it should work. But I'm just glad that I listened to that voice in my head and tested it out. Otherwise, we'd be chasing down some goats probably. So lesson learned, just when you think you got things figured out, you get humbled real quick out here on the farm. Never a dull moment. Thanks for watching. Stay rooted, everyone.